Welcome to Fire Engineering's Training Minutes. I'm your host, David Rhodes, and we're here at the Guardian Center's concrete collapse structure. I'm joined today by Jamey Brads of Spec Rescue and Virginia Beach Task Force.
How are you, sir?
Good to see you, Jamey. So we've done a lot to get to this point. We've made an access hole and talked to our patient, got him out of the way. We've breached this large area so that we can get in.
Yes, sir.
Now we've got to think about the atmosphere, monitoring the atmosphere and seeing what's going on in there. So
absolutely. A few things. We would obviously monitor the atmosphere here at the hole entry and lower it down to make sure that the environment was conducive for us to go down. Obviously, we already had a viable victim down there, so we want to get them out as expeditiously as possible. So what we would have to do is determine by sending a rescuer in the hole, which we've already done. We've sent one rescuer in, whether that patient was mobile or immobile. And for this scenario, this is an immobile patient. So we're going to have to use some device to help us afford bringing her out of the hole.
And sometimes even if we're not dealing with a toxic atmosphere or low oxygen, maybe it's just hot in there and needs some fresh air.
Yes, sir.
Or maybe it's cold. It's in the dead of the winter and the victim's wet and we need to warm it up, and we can do that with our blowers.
Absolutely. We have blowers that we can put warm air into the structure, or it's pretty hot and humid today. It wouldn't be a bad idea for us to go ahead and place a blower and a tube in there to just circulate and ventilate both our rescuer and our victim.
All right, so we've got our medic has gone down to assess the patient. Now it's time to remove the patient. We're going to use a vertical lifting harness to get down. So Jamey's going to head down in the hole to assist with the rescuer, and we'll begin getting her out.
With her? Yeah. Okay. What we're simulating here is that the victim has a lower extremity injury where she cannot afford herself out of the hole, so we're going to assist her. Yes, ma'am, just lay right here.
Straight. Not too tight.
Okay, you good? Basically, we're securing the victim in here. It's a color-coded harness, so black to black, red to red. Pretty simple how we go about attaching it to her. This is a rated lifting device so that we can attach a haul line and help lift her up through the hole. You got the rope right back here. So now we've just attached a haul line so that rescuers outside the hole can help pull the victim out. Rope, pull all the slack up. Now what we're going to do is position the victim underneath the hole. comfortable, Danielle, but I want it to be as tight as you're comfortable with. All right. Okay, you ready, Jeff? I'm gonna go out inside and haul, so you bear hug and feed. You got it?
I got it.
Okay. You ready, Jeff?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Danielle, keep your hands across your body. Hug yourself. You can hold on to your helmet. Do not move your hands. There's sharp objects as you come out. We will guide you around them. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Jeff? Ready for us to haul, Jeff?
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
All right, so we checked our atmosphere. We got our rescuer down in the hole. We sent our second rescuer down with our lifting harness, and we got them hooked up in a very tight, confined space. And we were able just to pull our victim out just using manpower. Now, a lot of times we have a tendency to try to overdo things.
Yes, sir.
And so we were talking before that the rubble piles and R just aren't conducive for tripods and a lot of
Sometimes you
systems.
may need an elevated point, a tripod, a bipod, a ladder gantry, a ladder derrick, a crane, anything to give us an elevated point is very possible. But our rescuer in a holes assessment was very light, female, shouldn't be any problem for the 3 of us to handle. But typically, if we can do a hand over hand or some sort of motion like that, it was not a very far distance. We were 100% good with that.
And we were able to keep it as simple as possible.
Yes, sir.
And work with it.
Yes, sir.
Well, thank you for joining us today for Fire Engineering's Training Minutes. I'm David Rhodes, and thank you to TechGen for sponsoring this Training Minutes.